check. 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up. Then it bust it open, lift it up. Yeah. Come on, lift it up. Then it bust it open for your B-O-Y. Then it for your rockin' for your lift it up, baby. Mix it with your bust or not.
Come on, blaze up. You know.
Drop me a nasty beat.
I'm all over the place. I don't know if I want to wear a hat. I don't know if I'm on screen. How y'all doing? The sun going down. Hold on, y'all. The sun going down. So my bad. Hold on. How y'all doing? Shout out to everybody in the building. Hello. Come on in. Welcome to the dollhouse. Okay. Come on in. We got a show today. I hope y'all are doing well. Welcome to the dollhouse. Shout out to everybody in the building. If you are new, welcome to the dollhouse, honey. The only thing we require here is that you ring the doorbell. That means to like the video, okay? And they got somebody else who been stealing my stuff. He stole that long time ago, but I ain't say nothing. I let him walk off smooth with it, and I stopped saying it. But somebody on YouTube, I made that up, and I watched somebody literally steal it from under my skin. I watched it in real time. And I ain't want to say nothing because this person is way bigger than me. So I let him live. But I want him to know that I know you stole my stuff. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to let you slide, though. I'm sorry. We ain't here for the beef. We here for a show. So anyways, come on in. Like I said, the only thing I require is that you ring the doorbell. That means like the video. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you are new to the channel, not only do I need you to subscribe, go ahead on and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload and or go live, okay? Also, I need y'all. Is there anything else I need y'all to do? Oh, that's another thing. I have another channel called Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. If I'm never not here, that's where I am. The name of that channel is Voodoo Doll TV Reacts. And special shout out to everybody who be putting them little things in the chat. I told y'all I can't see them on StreamYard, but I do have the chat right here. So whenever y'all see me looking off to the side, I'm looking at the chat, okay? So I can see it right here. So I can see when people be sending them stickers and those gifts. And shout out to everybody. Oh, thanks, GrooveTube. I appreciate you. I love you too. Listen, I love, well, I ain't gonna say I love your channel because I never saw it, but thank you for the support. But I will check it out if you have a channel. But no, I'm saying all that to say, I can't see the gifts on StreamYard, but I can definitely see them over here on the chat. So shout out to everybody who be sending those gifts that y'all send. I definitely and gratefully appreciate each and every one of y'all. Now we got a show today. Y'all know, shout out to everybody who watched Malone Madness Monday, which was Tuesday. We did it yesterday. So make sure y'all go watch that. I did share it on the on Twitter, and I do have it up on the channel as well. Also, if you missed the last week's Malone Madness Monday, I also have that up as well. So make sure y'all go to the link that I posted to my community tab on this page. Make sure y'all go to that link and watch that other Malone Madness Monday. Let me also say this. Did y'all know about all the updates on YouTube? Like, did y'all know on YouTube you can use DMs now? I didn't know that. Not only can you use DMs, now y'all remember how they have, not Patreon. What's the name of that thing? Discord. Now it seems like every YouTuber is going to have their own community / Discord. Now, I haven't looked into it. Okay. So let me look into it to see what it says. Okay. But ultimately, I think from what I saw, I think that there's now a new, every content creator is going to have a community, meaning like a Discord somewhere. It looks like, from the way it looks like it's more of a situation where, like you said, you can have your own community and y'all could, this Grape T said community has been around for over a year. Well, ain't nobody told me nothing. Where was my antennas? Ain't nobody told me nothing. I just got the update on my phone today. My bad. I just got the update on my phone today, and I've been logging into YouTube forever. I'm literally today years old when I found that out. But apparently they've been having them. So I guess YouTube got communities, and now they have DMs. Now, as far as the DMs, I did do the research on that. The only way you could DM somebody is you send them a link, and then they accept the link, and then you can go from there and DM. So it's not like you could just climb in people DMs. This ain't Instagram. You see what I'm saying? Y'all thought y'all were just gonna be climbing in people DMs. No, that don't go like that. You have to send a link out, and then the people accept the invite, and then boom, then y'all can go and start to DM. Hold on. Sorry, I'm drinking my water. So yeah, they say that's how the DM feature works. Now I'm gonna look into that communities thing. I don't really want a community because it gets messy. I've had a community on Discord before in the past, and it was uber messy. That's why I canceled it. I got rid of the whole thing altogether because I didn't want to be bothered with dealing with grown folks acting like children. But I'll look into it and see what it says. Okay. So anyway, come on in. Y'all get the likes up. We got a show today. What we talking about? Joseline Hernandez apologizes to Lemon Pepper on live. You know, for y'all who don't know why this is important, Joseline Hernandez had went on a whole media campaign tour talking about how horrible and evil and disgusting Lemon Pepper is because he has stopped her bag. And the reason he stopped her bag was because Joseline is under a contract with Lemon Pepper that says, as long as you under him, you can't go do nothing nowhere else. Well, Joseline turned around and opened her own studio or TV, whatever it was. And when she did that, Lemon Pepper let her open it up, put it out, and then he cut her checks. So then she came back to the internet and told us that Lemon Pepper is a rapist. What else she said he was? A sex trafficker, all kinds of stuff. And she was crying and she said he was trying to get her to lose her baby. Well, now Lemon Pepper has sat down with a still very pregnant Joseline Hernandez, and now she has a change of heart. But this isn't new. I found that Lemon Pepper has done this to all the girls. Every single one of these girls, whenever Mad Day come, which is true, whenever Mad Day come, they all come out and spill Lemon Pepper's tea and talk about all the things that he do. But it seems like whenever they need money, they have to sit down with him on live and say that everything they said prior to was false. And I'm guessing that's what's going on with Joseline. She's got a baby on the way and she got 2 children at the house. But voodoo, that doesn't make sense. She only has 1, Bonnie Bella. Pause. She's got 2. That nigga. Yeah. She got 2 mouths to feed at the house, and she can't afford to be beefing with no Lemon Pepper when that nigga ain't putting no bacon on the table. Does that make sense? So apparently, she done shut it up, sucked it up, and she done came back to the internet and apologized. So we're going to get into that. And that's a sad life to live. I would hate to have to cosplay my man to be a real man. I just couldn't see it. Like I'm on the internet every day lying to y'all like I got a real man, even though I know he's another dependent. I don't know how these girls live like this. I'd rather be single and by myself than to be on here with a nigga. I gotta lie to you and tell you I ain't taking care of. If I'ma take care of a nigga, you gonna know it. Yeah, I take care of the nigga. What's up? You see what I'm saying? But everybody ain't real like me. Everybody ain't real like me. But anyways, I find it odd that all these girls have to come back and retract statements whenever they need a job from him. That's the conundrum that Lemon Pepper have these girls in. And we're going to get into it. We also got to get into the DL Whisperer is free. Yes, the DL Whisperer is free. For y'all who don't know who the DL Whisperer is, he's a gay guy who's on YouTube and Instagram. He was setting out to show black women or women in general about DL men. Well, apparently DL Whisperer got on a TS, not TS Madison, the other TS, the one who went to jail and got out. He got on another TS. That TS got mad. TS Madison jumped in because that's the final boss of the TSs. This Sissy Madison, okay, is the final bosses of the TSs. So apparently, DL Whisperer had to go against King Cooper, T.S. Madison, and that landed him in jail. Now, I must say, it ain't 100% T.S. Madison fault, even though that nigga bitch went off on me earlier. You see what I'm saying? It ain't 100% that nigga fault because DL Whisperer did go around there, but then it dragged out for a long time, and we gonna get into all of that. So we're going to get into that. We also got to get into Karlissa wants to come on the internet and tell us Pinkface is an actress. Oh, adios míos. They will say anything to keep these children in front of the camera. Karlissa is a vampire. We're going to get into that. And then also Kandi. Kandi girl. Kandi girl went on a vacation with her ex-husband. That's the joke. I'm just playing. No, listen. So Kandi went on vacation with her ex-husband, Todd, her and them churn. You know, they got the little two one, little vending machine, and they got little Todd Jr. over there. So they all decided to take a family vacation where Kandi and Todd shared a bed, but not shared panties, allegedly. And Kandi decided to come live and tell us that Todd has changed from the better ever since he left her. And I'm over here saying, because duh, girl, you're the common denominator. Duh. But anyway, I'm just going off. But anyway, she's on vacation with Todd. Todd is reading, trying to be a better man, and Kandi shares that with us. But you know, I think survivor's remorse, not survivor's remorse, survivor's guilt, not survivor's guilt, survivor nothing. I think Kandi's I think that inside voice is kind of telling her, girl, you should have stayed with your husband, because she's over here reminiscing about how Todd wasn't worth a dime when they was together, but now he reading on how to be a better man. And she's also around here doing interviews with people telling everybody she a bisexual. I am of confusion. I think Kandi is realizing she may not have made the best decision in her marriage, in her life. And she might be having a little second thought. We'll get into it. But y'all know with Kandi, things can go left, right, up, down, yellow, green, purple. I mean, she over there with Don Juan, for God's sakes. Lord have mercy. Oh, we all know. And I don't mean the Bishop Magic. I just mean the regular Don Juan. Not the Bishop, not the Magic. Just the regular one. I'm talking about the punk she be over there with. You know what I'm saying? So we'll get into it. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Come on in, get the likes up on the video. Kandi girl, please don't get back with Todd. Don't do that to Todd. Please don't do that to Todd. Y'all come on in. Let's get the likes up. So we're going to jump right off the porch, as we always do. And we're going to jump into the show. Y'all like the video? Share if you would like. Share the video. Make sure the people know we around here Joseline, okay? Now, where do we begin? Where do we begin? Hold on. Stay right there. Hold on. Let's start with, no, stay right there. I don't want to start with that. I don't know if I have. Adrian, Brona, and Dean. That is something I want to talk to y'all about. So Adrian Broner and Dean, this is an honorable mention. I don't like putting them on the thumbnail because I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But Adrian Broner and Dean have been streaming. Y'all know Adrian Broner is the prior boxer. He's streaming with Dean, who's another boxer. They became this streaming duo, and they go around doing live streams every day. They make a lot of money doing so. Now, in this one live stream, I guess they decided to invite Sauce Walker. And Sauce Walker came on. Now recently they did add Ray J to the streaming tour. So Ray J has been there, and they had Sauce Walker there, and Sauce Walker just randomly flashed out. Now he flashed out originally and was about to flash out on Adrian Broner, but I think reality set in real quickly and he realized I might get my ass whooped. So then he turned around and started going in on Ray J. So now Willie Ray started catching a stray. We need to write. That's a new comic book. That's a new book I'm going to write. Willie Ray caught a stray. So Willie Ray catches a few strays, because Sauce Walker says he feels like the people is trying to play him. Y'all come on in. Let's get the video on. Like the video. Let's get started.
Sneak dissing, Chad. What sneak? Why y'all keep talking about sneak dissing around this hoe? Y'all got some gloves in this bitch or something?
Who sneak dissing?
I don't know, but Albert Walker Mundane with all physical altercations, bro. I don't know who sneak dissing around this bitch. Man, I don't ride no ways. I don't need nobody. I don't need nothing. I'm a real millionaire, nigga. Man, y'all got me fucked up around this hoe. Who a nigga think of riding away? What you nigga talking about? Him? He said, who saying I'm riding away? Who saying I need my music played? This nigga's a bum. Nigga, don't play with me, man. You backstage dancing ass nigga. Can't sing ass nigga. Fuck are you talking about, nigga? You branded little brother, nigga. What happened? Man, I don't know what's going on around this bitch. But I get physical, nigga. Fuck, I crash out for real. I'm a real crash out boy. In real life. So I had to tell my brother here earlier, talking about some snaking and shit. Nigga, I grab snake, whatever what I came here to do. Work. I'm a boss, nigga. I don't about no fucking stream, nigga. I got a bitch pussy streaming. Y'all niggas buy pussy. Nigga. I don't know, nigga. I don't know. Yeah, eat some food around here, bitch. I need to go. I don't know. I don't want to crash. For what? Fuck y'all talking about some motherfuckers.
And when did Tifa get there? How in the hell is Tifa here, and when did she make it? Who invited Tifa?
This is me, nigga. I'm not buying no way. Hey man, I will exit the building.
How you doing that?
I don't know. They talking about some niggas sneak this while I was in the coach shit, while we playing music or something. Like about, hey man, listen, brother. I'm just trying to help. If my help is not needed, I'm still done. I don't know. They talking about, hey man, listen. I ain't with the reality TV show games. I ain't with reality TV show, nigga. Fuck Zeus. Fuck Now That's TV. Fuck Kick.
Calm down.
I ain't with that.
I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, let me know the plot. Because I get to switching this shit. I'll switch the plot up.
I like it. I'll get you some wings.
That's all I'm saying, though. No sucker shit around me. No faking. We are grown men around this bitch. I'm a man, nigga. You niggas gonna handle me as such.
Ain't he dressed like Adrian Broner? Don't they have the same shirt on? But he over here talking about he a grown man and niggas gonna handle him as such, and he ain't with the sneak dissing. But ain't you dressed like that other grown man?
I'm Tarzan too, nigga. I get all type of animals and shit. Nigga, lions, tigers, bears, whatever the fuck around this hole.
BBLs, all of it.
All of it. Thank you.
I like it.
Amen.
Yeah, this was a crash out for no reason. Is Sauce Walker, is he a rapper? I think he looks like a rapper. Let's just go with that. Sauce Walker was invited to the stream, and for some odd reason, he just crashed. Now, he was smart enough to know who to crash out on. He didn't crash out on Dean, and he didn't crash out on Adrian Broner because them niggas know how to fight. He didn't even crash out on Tifa because she know how to fight. So he turned around in the corner and found Willie Ray, and Willie Ray ended up catching all of the strays. And look at poor Willie. Willie Ray didn't even know what the hell was going on. That's the worst part. It caught my boy off guard. You know what I'm saying? And he normally be ready for this type of shit. But look at Ray. He know all that was about to happen. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, I don't know who the Sauce Walker boy is, and I'm here for it. But leave Willie Ray alone. He ain't did you nothing. Look at Ray. Ray don't do, you know, he ate Ray down, ate him up. And Ray ain't did nothing. He just sitting up there looking. Poor Ray. All I know is we got a new book to write. Willie Ray Caught Astray. That's the next book we writing. One is Go Lay Willie Ray, and the next one gonna be Willie Ray Done Caught Astray. Okay, so y'all look out for the children books on the shelves. They will have an animated photo of Willie Ray looking just like this. Confusion, you know what I'm saying? Because I am of confusion every time I see Willie Ray. But again, whoever the Sauce Walker dude is, he looked for a moment and he got it, and it inspired me to write a new book. So shout out to me and shout out to Sauce Walker and also to the honorable Willie Ray. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think it was right for Willie Ray to start catching strays. Normally, I'm here for everybody bullying Willie Ray. I'm like, get him. But this time, Willie Ray ain't did nothing to nobody. He wrong for that, bro. He wrong. Why he ain't say that to Dean? Why he ain't say that to Adrian Broner? Why would you go find Willie Ray in the corner looking crazy and do that to him? It was just too much going on. Y'all come on in, like the video. Like the video, like the video. Let's move around. Let's move around. Because that was just sad to see, you know? Oh, Willie Ray. And I saw he was on there talking about he had sex with a TS. Either way, it don't matter. Willie Ray responded after all of that happened. He said he didn't know what was happening. This is Willie Ray's side of the story. Let's get into it, y'all. It says Ray J reportedly reacted strongly after a viral crash out moment involving Sauce Walker, making it clear he wasn't backing down in the situation. Oh, Willie Ray. In the clip, Ray J is heard saying he has more money and warning it's not going to end the way he thinks it will. Oh, Ray, you can't do all of this after the boy leave. Let's get into it.
I don't know that nigga like that to be talking to me like that. Especially if he got it all wrong too. It's like, I don't play that.
Yeah, you did.
Keep it cool for a little while. I'm not gonna keep it cool all night though.
As long as it doesn't keep getting dragged, then you feel me, like
Forgetting what drag, like he completely wrong. He didn't even want. He like if a nigga said something I said, I would look at what the nigga said and then I go make my assumption. You just looking at what the chat said and then come at niggas like that, bro. It's not gonna end the way you think, bro. I appreciate that. I'm trying to figure out how to deal with it right now in my mind. I'm just saying, it's not gonna end the way niggas think. Niggas wanna go money for money, bro. If you don't slow down. Like, I don't know that nigga like that to be talking to me like that. Especially if he got it all wrong too. It's like, I don't play that.
yeah.
Ray J, sit your lame ass down. You wasn't gonna do nothing. You sat there and looked crazy while that boy was cutting up and talking to you crazy. You didn't say nothing. Don't get on the phone talking about it ain't gonna end the way. It is gonna end the way he thought it was gonna end because you wasn't gonna do nothing, Willie Ray. Relax, Willie Ray. Okay. But anyway, he fell played. Somebody in the chat said he got Whitney off, so we don't care. And you know what? You right. I forgot about that. So Sauce Walker should have popped that nigga upside the back of the head. I forgot. I'm so glad. That's why I rock with y'all. Y'all get in the comments and y'all be setting me straight. I forgot Willie Ray had something to do, allegedly, with Whitney, Asta, and La Vista and up out of here. So yeah, get him, Sauce. Get his ass. My bad, I was tripping. But anyway, shut up, Willie Ray. You ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't gonna bust a grape, nigga. Let's move on. Speaking of moving on and busting grapes, I didn't know that celebrities do this. Now, I used to see the girls do this on Facebook, but I didn't know the girls really doing this in real life. So Mia Thornton was called out for photoshopping her head on a white girl body. Embarrassing. Former RHOP star Mia Thornton called out by model for allegedly photoshopping her head on the model's body. Here's the picture. The girl says, superimposing yourself onto my picture. The world is a very scary place these days. This is just sad. So this young lady right here allegedly said that Mia from RHOP photoshopped her body on the girl, photoshopped her face on the girl body. I'm not gonna lie, the two bodies look different. They look different. They look a little bit different to me. Somewhat similar, but they look different. But I will say somebody in the chat said the hands. Mia hands do look like a clear woman's hands. And unless her and that girl have the exact same dress with the exact same bag, something here is weird. I didn't even know you could do all of this. I didn't even know. Listen, I did know that people were doing it. I don't even know what app you got to download to do some shit like this. This is crazy. And as a celebrity, why would you need to do this? As if when we see you, we're not going to know that that wasn't true. This is insane. So this clear woman, she looked like Ice-T wife. She says, please, can you remove this picture of me with your head on it? Thanks. That's what the girl said to Mia. Do y'all think that Mia took that girl picture and photoshopped her head on it? This the girl. She looked like Ice-T wife, don't she? Look at the lady hands. This the clear lady hands, right? Take it off the body. Look at the clear lady hands. Now look at Mia picture. Y'all see the clear lady hands? Look at Mia picture. I ain't gonna lie. And let me also say this. It's giving the white girl photoshopped her picture too. That's what it's giving to me. It's giving both of y'all photoshopped the picture. Both of y'all put your head on somebody else's body. I didn't even know you could do all of this. The only filters I know about are on Snapchat and Instagram. I'm not even going to lie. I had no clue. But Mia, if this is true and you are a lying asshole, so if you are stealing people's Photoshop ideas, then you need to stop. Be a little bit more original. And I know that's hard to say to somebody who steals ideas from other people. But y'all going to have to start coming up with your own ideas. Let that girl stole that body. Go find you a new body. If that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Mia need to find her a new body to steal. Stop stealing them other people's bodies and things of that nature. Now, I want to get into let's get into what I said I wanted to talk about. Kandi. Let's get Kandi on the line. Where do we begin? Oh my God. Let's start with Kandi on vacation with her husband. So Kandi went on vacation. Kandi girl. She went on vacation with Todd. Now they doing a family vacation. And I must say, this is no shade, but I must say this, y'all. A family vacation is cool and it's really nice. But I ain't gonna lie, I can't date no nigga going on no family vacation, especially with the ex-wife that was just the ex-wife 3 days ago. And it ain't got nothing to do with insecurity, but it's just like, girl, I just can't do it. For me, everybody's different. Somebody is way more mature than me somewhere, and they're gonna say, voodoo, I could do it. I could date a man that goes on vacation with him, the ex-wife, and all the churn. Maybe you can. You stronger than me. I'm not that strong. In that department, I'm weak. I can't. No. Hell no. Hell no. They just got divorced yesterday. What the hell you mean y'all on vacation together? Now, it's one thing if they've been divorced for a long time, they cordial, that she done moved on, he done moved. That's one thing. But girl, y'all just got divorced yesterday. What? So Kandi does a family vacation. Let's pull it up here. Kandi did a family vacation, and on Kandi's family vacation, she's out there with Todd. Now, why is this important? It's important because Kandi is filming to show us that Todd is reading books on how to be a better man, which is funny to Kandi because she said while they were together, that nigga wouldn't read the newspaper, let alone a book on how to be a better man. Is Kandi on here with the TS? And she just posted it. Girl, what is you saying with the TS?
About everything surrounding the trial.
Oh, that's her with the DL Whisperer shit. Oh, Lord. You know, Kandi is in the community. We're going to talk about that too. But anyway,
okay.
Hold on. Kandi on vacation. This Kandi on vacation, her and all the churn. Look, her, she got the who that little boy is. I don't know who he is. He must be Ty's other child. But she got all of the family on vacation. Everybody's there. And I'm not going to lie. It looked like they're having a good time. I just can't. It's just not my thing. Okay. Now, Kandi looked amazing. And you know where else Kandi looked good too? I ain't gonna lie. I saw her video she posted. This is off subject, but I liked it. I saw this video Kandi posted for her birthday. And when I tell you that video was so dope. Where's the video Kandi posted on her birthday, girl? Kandi had posted this video on her birthday where she's just kind of looking in the mirror. Here you go. Look. This is fire. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I know all y'all think that I hate Kandi. I don't hate Kandi at all. I just don't like her. That's different. You see what I'm saying? So, I can give Kandi where the props are due, and Kandi is a beautiful girl. That's not even up for discussion. And she fine as a dog. That's not up for discussion. I don't like Kandi ways. You see what I'm saying? I don't like her music, and I don't like her ways. Every man. But anyway, Kandi did a flashback of her birthday, of all the things that happened in her life. And I'm not gonna lie, before I drag you, Kandi girl, this was very pretty. This was beautiful. And I love how you was over there acting like you was about to cry and all of that. Kandi, this was very beautiful. I'm here for it, girl. You and all these churn. You looking at the last 50 years of your life, girl. This was gorgeous. I'm here for it. Shout out to Kandi. Y'all see Kandi? I thought this was dope. Now, after I gave her props, look at she with all of the lesbians. What's she doing over there with Brad and Judy?
It was harmless, kind of like, it wasn't like.
Oh yeah, she leaning into this lesbian thing real hard, huh? She over there with Brad and Judy. Anyway, that's not why we here. We're here because they go on vacation, and now Kandi is upset because she's out there with Todd, and Todd is reading books on how to be better for the next bitch. And let's be clear, that's the only reason why Kandi feels some type of way, because she knows that they are now officially divorced, and Todd is about to upgrade his life and be better for the next bitch. No woman wants to know that their man is gonna be better for the next woman. So I get it. But Kandi girl, you like girls more than you like boys anyway, allegedly. So why you care? Let Todd go off and be great. Let's get into the video of Kandi putting out the fact that Todd is trying to be better.
Okay, this is funny to me. So we on this co-parenting trip. What you reading? Daily prayers for men.
Amen. God be the glory.
Let me just say this. We was married for almost 12 years, and that man ain't never had no prayers for men book. None of that. Now all of a sudden, we divorced. Now he gonna be out here on the beach, well, out on the pool, with his daily prayers for men book. Now I ain't saying that's a bad thing. That's a good thing. But he should start praying a long time ago. What y'all think? All right, you said you had something to say. What you got to say?
I ain't got nothing to say.
Oh, now you don't have nothing to say.
No, because I was reading and it told me shut up. I'm saying that. Yeah.
Did it say that for real? Or you joking?
It's right here. Be kind and merciful. So as you were saying what you said, it's telling me to treat others as I would want to be treated. And so I'm not going to say anything that might make you feel away or feel like, you know. So with that being said, I'm fine. I can take your beating. I'll move forward with it.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Oh, God. You my son?
See how that be? Now I'm gonna be looking like the enemy. Okay.
You are.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
This is funny to me. So we on this.
Y'all saw the little boy behind Todd clapping because they saw the play. Kandi was trying to start a problem. Yes, she was. Kandi feels some type of way, not because Todd is bettering himself, because he's bettering himself after she divorced the nigga. I'm with you, girl. I wouldn't want no nigga bettering himself after he leave me neither. Nigga, I need you to get progressively worse so I can know it ain't me. But that goes into the next part, Kandi. Maybe he wasn't reading books about prayer with you because you was the devil. Allegedly. Maybe. You know? Maybe he couldn't find God in the house with you. Maybe he had to leave you to go find God. Who knows? Maybe, Kandi, allegedly, you done introduced all of that fornicating and all of that that heathen sex to that boy probably wasn't doing all of that. He probably over there repenting to God for all of the nasty stuff y'all was doing down there in that dungeon, Kandi girl. Kandi girl. You the person. You the problem, girl. It's you. It's Kandi. And I know all the Kandi yams gonna hop in the chat and say, Voodoo, that's not true because Kandi's beautiful. She's rich. Who cares? She might be a horrible wife. The point is, that boy is now trying to figure out life and do better after Kandi. That tells me Kandi is the problem. And also, the little boy over there clapping saying, good job, Dad. That also tells me Kandi is the problem. It looked like Kandi be starting stuff with Todd and that little boy be trying to get him to calm down. See, I read into all the kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? Kandi girl, he trying to be better for the next woman. The next woman gonna get a better Todd. You know the same reason why the next woman got a better gonna get a better collateral. Yandy just upgraded her man for the next bitch. That's what y'all do. Y'all listen, Yandy upgraded collateral for the next bitch. You done upgraded Todd for the next bitch. Y'all got to leave that alone. You see what I'm saying? Y'all got to let that go. And plus, Kandi, like I said, I don't know why you worried about it acting all crazy. You don't like no boys. Kandi don't like no boys, allegedly. I believe Kandi is gay. Kandi came out and said that she's bisexual, but I don't believe that. I believe that Kandi is gay. I believe that Kandi likes peeing every now and then, but I think her sexual organ of preference is coochie. Yeah, that's what I believe. I believe she don't mind a little peeing every now and then, but I believe her sexual organ of preference is coochie brown. Does that make sense? I don't believe what Kandi's saying. But Kandi done got divorced and came out and told us that she was a bisexual. Allegedly. No, it ain't allegedly. She said it. I believe she gay though. Let's get into it, girl. Kandi, girl, let's just get into it. Because I don't even know what Kandi want out of life. I don't even know if Kandi know what Kandi want out of life.
Well, the reason why I say that is because I was in a relationship, obviously, with a man, but I still answered bi, just simply because even though I'm not necessarily, acting out anything with somebody else other than my husband, or maybe sometimes we act out together, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the point is, it's like, I feel like you can be bi, but still faithful in your relationship to whoever you are with. Well, the reason why I say that is because I was in a relationship, obviously, with a man, but I still answered bi, just simply because even though I'm not necessarily, acting out anything with somebody else other than my husband, or maybe sometimes we act out together, whatever. Mm-hmm. But the point is, it's like, I feel like you can be bi, but still faithful in your relationship to whoever you are with.
Girl, Kandi, girl, you not no bi nothing. You not even bi-coastal, girl. What are you talking about, Kandi? Kandi, be who you are for your pride. Kandi, you can come out and say you're a lesbian and we'll still like you. Not me. Them. They'll still like you. You know that, right, Kandi? Kandi, I'm going to just tell y'all what the rumor was before Kandi came out and told y'all she was a bisexual. The rumor was Kandi was a freak. Everybody in Atlanta had a piece of candy pie. Allegedly. Don't get me the line. They say Kandi made her rounds around every nigga, just like Portia. And anybody from the ATL or surrounding areas or been around here know once them hoes make their round with the niggas, they stop at the lesbians. Everybody know that. And it's given that's where Kandi's going next. I mean, because where else could she go? You know what I'm saying? If you can't go to Bella Noche's, where the hell could you go? Where else can Kandi go? But to the hoes. But she just want to ease into it, and that's why I don't like that she went live trying to be mad that Todd want to be a better man. Kandi, you don't want a man. You are the man. Girl. Every man wants a woman. Baritone Burris, you the nigga. Stop trying to ask for a nigga and you is the nigga. Girl, Kandi, get off of here. At any rate, the point is this. Kandi is a bisexual lesbian. Her words, not mine. And she really want her man back, but he ain't coming back, okay? He's not coming back, Kandi. He done got a taste of freedom in your checks, your alimony. He'd be a fool to come back. I mean, I wouldn't. I'm getting paid to stay away. Why would I come back to you? Are you insane? No. I'm staying as far away from Kandi and that baritone voice as possible. And the only way I'm going to go around that is if that whole hole in my check hostage. Do you see what I'm saying? Nigga said Kandi can eat all 9 lives off of a cat. Ooh. That's what they say. I told y'all. You know, Portia's a lesbian too. She's another one that went through every nigga in the ATL. Now she has no choice but to scrub coochies. You know what I'm saying? So at any rate, and this is no shade. Shout out to the lesbians. You know, I love y'all down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a lesbian, but I have had lesbian activities in my day. Okay. But I'm not a practicing lesbian. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be with a woman, you know, and I don't mess with women. So I guess that would classify me not a lesbian. However, Kandi is a lesbian. As a prior part-time lesbian, I know a lesbian when I see one. And Kandi is definitely a carpet muncher. Said what I said. Let's move on. Y'all get the likes up. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'm a reform dagger. Tell him abundance and clarity. And speaking of dagger, I saw that heifer T.S. Madison called me a dagger. Yeah, I saw it, bitch. Yeah, I did look like a dagger. I ain't gonna lie, so I'm gonna let you live. Because I did look like a dagger. I looked at the picture. I looked at it. I did. I looked at real stud butch. I did. But ultimately, bitch, I said what I said, nigga, bitch. But you stay right there. I'm coming right back to you. Stay right there. We're going to get on you with DL Whisper. Matter of fact, yeah, we're going to get on you in just a second. Let me get to Karlissa and Pinkface, okay? Let's get to Karlissa and Pinkface. Then we're going to come back to the nigga bitch. T.S. Madison. This Sissy Madison. We're going to come back to this Sissy Madison, okay? So, y'all, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hold on, let me read this super chat. Black Kiana or Black Quinay? Thank you so much, Black Quinay. Black Nay. That's how you say it, Black Nay. You know, I used to have a name called Black with a B-L-A-Q-U-E. So I know what that means. Black Nay 82, thank you so much for becoming a new member and welcome to the dollhouse, honey. Thank you. Okay? Now, let's move on. Karlissa and Pinkface. Do we need to go back down memory lane of Pinkface? I think we do. So Pinkface has been going around running the town being a little bad little girl. She's a horrible little girl. We got to call the thing a thing. The internet hates Pinkface. According to the internet, they want people to mace Pinkface. They want her in a ring getting knocked out. They say they want Pinkface to get the electric chair. I said that. They didn't say that. That was me. What else they say? They say they want Pinkface. They say all kind of things they want for Pinkface. The whole world is waiting on Pinkface. The whole world want to get their lick back off of Pinkface. This is crazy. Myself included, because yesterday I said get a little girl the electric chair. You know, that's a shame. But she been cutting up on the internet so bad, you know? And for y'all that's on here trying to judge me, oh, voodoo, you wrong, that's a child. Oh, girl, I know many churn I don't like. Girl, please. I don't churn. Just because you a child don't mean I can't like you. Who the hell you think you is? You know how many churn I don't like? Girl, please. Girl, welcome to the party. You're late. I don't give a damn how old she is. I cannot like her if I don't want to like her. Okay? Now, I personally don't dislike her as a person because I know she's a child and she's doing whatever her mammy and her pappy teach her. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like the little girl ways. I don't like her ways, but I have to always remind myself, I can't blame that little girl. I got to blame the people around there raising her. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, Pinkface has been terrorizing the internet since she came on this bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all like the video? We don't have enough likes on the video. Y'all get the likes up on the video. Pinkface has been terrorizing the world since she come here. Let's get into a little bit of Pinkface. Stop it, okay? Don't do that.
Fine, I don't want to come back for you anymore.
Do you not want no ice cream then?
Fine, go home and go away.
All right, I'll eat this then. No ice cream for you.
Fine, Dad, I'm leaving.
Okay, let me see you leave.
Then I want to go home without Mommy then.
Huh?
I want to go home without Mommy.
You leave mommy here?
Yeah.
Come on, she be mean to you?
No.
You gotta be nice.
No, she doesn't want to be nice to me.
What do you want in your yogurt? You want sprinkles?
And cherry on the top.
Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. With the cherry on the top.
I hate you.
What?
Cherry.
It's so odd that as soon as he say, "Oh, she's so sweet," Pinkface turned around to her mama and say, "I hate you." That little girl is a demon seed.
I'm not going to be fine, I'm leaving.
Here, I'm putting sprinkles for you. Relax.
To be a friend anymore, Mom.
Stop it, okay? Don't do that.
Number 2, why is you in there?
Karlissa, shut up.
Don't say what your dad says to me.
Look, YouTube.
No, I hate you. I hate you. I hate
Do you want me to get the shoe?
I hate you. I hate you.
I have the shoe. I have the shoe on right now.
The shoe is crazy. I don't want to watch Cookie anymore.
Okay, here. What do you want?
I don't want to watch YouTube anymore.
You want SpongeBob?
I want to go. Let me go. I want to watch. Yeah. Let me go.
You know you're not.
We're going to turn the chat off when we get home and you're going to get an ass. Because you get over here with your mama and your daddy and you get beside yourself.
I'm telling my
And
daddy.
they not going to save you.
I'm telling Daddy, and I don't love you anymore.
I'm going to whoop your daddy's ass too for you talking to me.
I hate you. I don't
Shut
love
your
you.
mouth now.
Go home.
Journey. Stop.
Shut your mouth now.
Go home, Dad.
I didn't even realize Stewie is in the car allowing Pinkface to talk like this to her grandmother. So Stewie is right there. And that's why she popping Stewie in the face too. Stewie literally be right there. That's crazy.
I am going home. Number 2, why is you in there?
Karlissa, shut up. I hate you. I fucking
Stop cursing. You bad little baby. I love you. You're so pretty. You're a princess.
Mommy.
Mommy's not here right now.
Mommy.
You're here with daddy. Oh.
I want you.
Okay, mommy will be back soon.
Yeah.
You better not put it in the trash. you look. Hey, what's wrong with you, girl? I'm gonna kick your ass.
Get your ass over here. You don't do that to me. Do you understand me? I don't. You don't do that to me.
You can take it off. Journey, you gotta stop that.
That's not nice. Get your ass over here. You don't do that to me. Do you understand me? I don't. You don't do that to me.
You can take it off. Journey, you gotta stop that.
That's not.
So now y'all can see why the internet wants Blueface to mace her, throw her off the bridge, get her jumped. They done had people jumping that boy comments saying all kind of stuff they want. They feel like he need to do to Pinkface. Pinkface is crazy. She's acting out, but she's only doing what she saw and what she's taught. That's why when she told Karlissa, shut up. What did Karlissa say? Stop saying what your daddy says. All she's doing is repeating the behavior that she sees, which is why the internet hates Pinkface, okay? Now that we've gotten that out of the way, we know the internet hates Pinkface. Tell me why Karlissa decides that she wants to do damage control. So according to Karlissa, she goes on this interview, and on said interview, Karlissa was asked about Pinkface and her activities and how bad she is. And Karlissa decides to respond and says that Pinkface is just simply an actress. According to Karlissa, it runs in the family. She said she used to be an actress. Her mama used to be an actress. And the bitch before her, the lady before her was an actress too. And she said that Pinkface basically got her acting skills from her family. Let's get into it, y'all. I don't believe this though. I believe that Karlissa is trying to do damage control to make people think that Pinkface, when she does the things that she does, that she's just acting. She's not. It says Blueface's mom, Karlissa Saffold, says Pinkface's wild behavior is making her a star, and claims that she learned how to curse from her family. The words that she is using is our fault, but we've been cursing around all the kids. Let me just say this before we get into it. Everybody in my family cursed when I was a kid, but I knew good and damn well that I couldn't. Everybody in my entire family cussed like sailors. But I knew at all ages I couldn't do that. So I don't give a damn what y'all doing around there. Y'all just allowing Pinkface to run them up because Pinkface is making them a lot of money. Okay? Let's get into the video. Don't let Karlissa lie to y'all.
Voices is always trending on social media. I see Journey all the time.
We ain't finna talk about Journey because I'll tear this.
We got some questions about Journey. Journey the fireball.
Journey is an actress.
Okay, so Journey is an actress.
She's a born actress. She get it from me, her grandma's. She reminds me of my grandma. She's a fireball. She just doesn't. The words that she's using, give or take, are our fault.
Okay, because I'm like,
but all the kids, we've been cussing around all the kids.
I think the internet's issue with the way she cusses is who she curses to. Like we've seen videos. Like yesterday, I saw a video. Blueface was putting her.
She only
in the car,
cussed to him,
and she said, she said like, "Don't touch me."
And the
something
funny
like that.
thing is that people think that Jaden sit and talk to John crazy all day, and that's not the case. She doesn't, but she hears it because Jaden has road rage, real bad, and she low key thinks she like a gangster. You know what I'm saying? She be like, "School."
One of the little voices is always trending on social media.
I don't give a damn what Karlissa says. Let me tell y'all something. Karlissa could make it seem like she's setting up Pinkface to be an actress all she wants. Pinkface is not going to be able to work on nobody's set because she's unruly. See, y'all looking at this as entertainment, and it is entertainment from the screen. But when if let's just say what Karlissa is saying is true, and they trying to set Karlissa up to become an actress, nobody's going to want to work with her attitude. So it's kind of counterproductive what they're doing. But I don't believe that's what this is. They're not setting her up to be no damn actress. They're just letting the cameras roll and allowing Pinkface to do whatever the hell Pinkface want to do. Ain't nobody setting this shit up for no goddamn acting roles or nothing. That's bullshit. Because if they were setting her up for any kind of acting roles, it'd probably be a little bit more better than what it is. They just putting the camera in front of that girl's face because she stays viral. And viral means money, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And I don't, like I said before I played the video, I don't give a damn if everybody cuss. Children know your ass ain't gonna cuss. You got to do like I used to do. Wait till all the adults leave and cuss like a sailor. But what you wasn't gonna do is curse around adults, in front of adults, or especially not to an adult, because any one of them adults will snatch your ass up and weigh your ass out. A child's supposed to stay in a child's place. The problem with today's society is y'all want to take a child's place and put it inside of an adult's place. And that's why these children whooping y'all ass. And that's also why these children is cursing everybody out. Because y'all don't like to keep children in children's place. No pun intended for the store. You see what I'm saying? Karlissa is on here talking crazy, doing damage control. They ain't setting her up for no goddamn role. She's a pretty girl, but her attitude sucks. And it don't matter that she's 3. Nobody wants to work with a bitch. Rather she's 3 or 33. Nobody wants to work with a little bitch. Karlissa, no, not Karlissa. This little girl couldn't even stand in line for graduation. She couldn't even complete a graduation ceremony. What job, what place is going to hire her for an acting role? I'll wait. Y'all, y'all let the internet tell y'all anything. Karlissa is a liar. She's the queen bee of that circus over there. And what she's doing is trying to remain in the algorithm. Even if it means capitalizing off her own grandchild. Duck, duck, goose. Y'all know how I feel about Karlissa. Not a fan. At any rate, Pinkface is disgusting. And she's unruly. And if you ask me, I don't see a acting role coming no time soon until they figure out her attitude. Say what I said, okay? Now let's move on. Yeah, none of that behavior is cute. None of it is cute. Like she curses everybody. How's she gonna work with a producer or even other actresses if she cursing everybody out? Somebody drop down in the comments. Because even 3-year-olds have to have decorum. Y'all ain't never paid attention to Raven Simone talk about her early acting years, or you ain't got to pay attention to her talking about it. Pay attention to the other actors on the show of The Cosby Show. On The Cosby Show, the actor that played Theo, Vanessa, Rudy, all of those people had nothing but amazing things to say about Raven Simone. And she started that show around about the same age. They spoke about how disciplined she was. They spoke about how well she knew her lines. They spoke about how nice she was. I don't give a damn what Pinkface is doing. Nobody's gonna want to work with her. Not with that attitude. Now, if they fix it, maybe. But not with that attitude, and she's not acting. That's who she is. Let's move on. Y'all don't understand. They require child actors to have the same decorum as adult actors. That's why I don't know if y'all have ever paid attention to child actors. They act like grown-ass men and women. Put a 3 in the chat if y'all ever, any child actor, I'm talking about while they're children, they act like grown-ass men and grown-ass women outside of the role. The reason for that is because that's the only time inside of the role where they get to be a kid. Most of the time, these children have to become grown-ass women and men at 3, 4, 5, and 6 so that they can conduct themselves properly in front of directors and things of that nature. So it don't matter her age. That's why you see young kids, they be working on Disney movies, and then you see them on the red carpet, they sound like they 35 because they have to have discipline and decorum. Pinkface ain't got none of that. Let's move on. Pinkface can't spell discipline and decorum. Hell, as a matter of fact, Pinkface can't spell it. Blueface can't spell it. Stewie can't spell it. And Karlissa damn sure can't spell it. You see what I'm saying? Child, let's move on. Get the likes up. And shout out to everybody in the building. I'm so happy to be back at the dollhouse, y'all. We was gone for a minute, but we back with the jump off. Goons in the club, case something jump off. You see what I'm saying? We back with the jump off. Let's get into the DL Whisperer. Y'all, the DL Whisperer is free. For y'all who don't know who the DL Whisperer is, let's get him up here. So DL Whisperer is a gay guy. I first found him on Instagram, but he's a gay guy from Instagram who had got into a back and forth spout with T.S. Madison. And what's the other T.S. that he got into it with? The one that went to jail. Y'all drop down in the comments. So apparently, DL Whisperer, his whole job on the internet was, when he first started, was to alert women about DL men, okay? That was his job, alerting women about DL men. He was doing a great job at that. Somehow he ran into the TS's. Dominique, that's the other TS. Dominique, thank you so much. Let me go see if I can find TS Dominique. Let me see if I can find T.S. Dominique. Now that one look like a real nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Now they all real niggas. Let's be clear. T.S. Madison and T.S. Dominique are all real niggas. Hold on. Dominique. Is that how you spell it? How you spell that old name? T.S. Dominique. Is that her name? T.S. Dominique? I just put that in there. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, T.S. Dominique, if I could find him, he's the one that was getting into it with the DL Whisperer. Now, what the DL Whisperer was talking about when he was getting into it with this person was their fraud and the scams. Now, mind you, the DL Whisperer's whole job is to talk about fraud, hence the word DL Whisperer, right? However, when he started talking about Dominique, maybe I shouldn't put in T.S. Dominique because it's not showing me. Let me do Dominique, and then I'm going to say DL Whisperer. So T.S. Dominique got into it with DL Whisperer because DL Whisperer was doing his job, which is telling the girls what's going on behind the scenes, okay? We're going to get into a little bit of that. Now, T.S. Dominique is also in close relation to T.S. Madison, this Sissy Madison. We all know T.S. Madison. That's the nigga in the wig with the fake hips and the fake boobs that's falling down to the ground. We all know him, okay? So T.S. Madison decided to jump in on some stuff that really had nothing to do with T.S. Madison. And when he did, DL Whisperer turned his sights onto T.S. Madison, and it became a big old fight between DL Whisperer against T.S. Dominique and also T.S. Madison, okay? Now, T.S. Madison decided to play the damsel in distress. Remember, these is all niggas. All three of these people is niggas. However, two of them wear wigs. And so the two that wear wigs decided that they wanted to be damsels in distress and start acting like they were so afraid for their life. Now, I got to call this thing fair. And I'm not a fan of T.S. Madison, but I'm going to call it fair. T.S. Madison wasn't wrong for pressing charges on DL Whisperer. And let me tell you why. DL Whisperer got so much into his emotions, he decided to go around T.S. Madison's house and go live screaming threats and things of that nature. Legally, you cannot do that. So in T.S. Madison's defense, unfortunately, he wasn't wrong for calling the cops on the DL Whisperer. The problem I have with T.S. Madison is they really dragged this thing out and had that boy locked up in jail for 120 days. That's 6 months for y'all who don't know in the bike. Okay, because T.S. Madison was giving all kind of victim impact statements, literally acting like a woman. Oh, because you know us TS's, you know, we get flamed in the streets, and I'm just so afraid of my life, you know, because I done had to change all the trajectory, you know, all of that. Putting 20 on 10. Mind you, all three of these people is niggas. T.S. Dominique, T.S. Madison, and the DL Whisperer. All three of them were born with schlongs. And T.S. Madison probably got the biggest one of the three. Okay? However, they have been able to, in my opinion, weaponize the system against other people because the TSs have been going around acting as if everybody's out to get them. And I'm not saying that they're not victims. Obviously, they have victimhood because they go through stuff as well. But what I'm telling you is that agent T.S. Madison is putting 20 on 10 to make sure that the DL Whisperer stayed in jail longer than he should have. Not only that, I believe, because I don't know that it's true, I believe that T.S. Madison probably paid them people down there to keep that boy in there all that time. We live in Georgia. Money talk, bullshit walks. And sometimes, most of the time, it ain't about who you know. No, it's not about what you know. It's who you know. And I believe that T.S. Madison is an agent and was able to pull some strings to keep that boy locked up for 120 days. Now, before we get into T.S. Madison, let's get into T.S. Dominique. Now, T.S. Dominique is a criminal, okay? And that's what T.S. Dominique got mad about because the DL Whisperer was calling him out on it. Let's get into a little bit of T.S. Dominique's criminal history.
I said that Dominique Morgan accepted a plea deal and was sentenced to 21 days. I fell victim to the very same antics that landed Miss Morgan.
Why your white ass whispering? Talk! Girl, I don't even want to watch the video no more.
In the slammer and has the internet talking all about it. So that's my bad, y'all. So here's what's actually going on. Dominique is sitting.
Clear people get on my nerves. I'm sorry. All the clear is about to catch it straight. Clear people get on my nerves. Damn. Report on it, ho. Matter of fact, never mind.
So the comments that I'm seeing under my video on various platforms, and I've seen across social media, offer the context that my issue, Madison's issue, Cherry's issue, and anybody's issue with this man is because we're upset that he's telling the truth. I don't know why anybody has a problem with the DL Whisperer. And maybe you only see the rare video from this person. Individuals who are deeply invested in his content, and those of us who have been impacted by his content, know that his content doesn't stick to education, care, and support of Black women. Does it kowtow to some of the biases and hatred and dislike that I don't even understand? When it comes to some of the Black women who follow him, absolutely. He is a minstrel. He is performing for the population that invest in him. As you see, it was a $6,000 ask around 2 o'clock this morning. Now it's been raised to 11 and almost $9,000 of that has been raised. So I want to come here and stop assuming that y'all see everything on the internet, because I don't see everything on the internet. And I want to give you clear context as to how this nigga is out of pocket, why this GoFundMe is egregious, and how can a person who spent months saying you wanted to do something to various people then ask for thousands of dollars of protection against said people? Because we are just men just like you. What do you need all this money for? So let's have this conversation.
You know why he needed all of that money? Because y'all men in wigs acted like bitches and went to the police. He didn't need that money because he's physically scared of you, or because he's physically scared of T.S. Madison. He only had to do all of that because y'all went and played Karen. Y'all went down to the white man in the blue uniform and told him, oh my God, I'm a T.S. and I'm afraid for my life. That's what happened. See, I don't like when people be telling slick side some of the story. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they didn't like that DL Whisperer was outing all kind of illegal criminal activities that they had going on around there, allegedly. And I can't even say it's allegedly because T.S. Dominique here done already been arrested and let out of jail. He done already been put in jail and let out and found guilty or pleaded guilty. So at any rate, I just found it odd that they teamed up, and they didn't team up, and it wasn't like all the TSs united. No, what they did, what I believe, let me tell you what I believe they did. I believe Dominique Morgan got on the line with T.S. Madison, and I believe T.S. Madison got on the line with some people that's bigger than T.S. Madison. And I believe those people are the reason why that boy spent 120 days in jail. Should he have gone around there? Hell no. Should he have threatened her? Absolutely not. Did he deserve to go to jail for the threat? Yes. But did he deserve to do 120 days in a small county jail? Fuck no. I believe that was a phone call made. And I live in Georgia. I done been in these small towns. I know people who know people out here. And what I know is if you know the right people, if you got the right amount of money, you can get anything done out here. And if T.S. Madison is connected to the right people, or if T.S. Madison have the right amount of money in his pocketbook, then guess what? All he got to do is go down there and pay the person over to jail, or pay the judge, or pay somebody allegedly, and then boom, there it go. Remember, this is bumfuck Georgia. Who gonna come looking for you? This is bumfuck Georgia. We not in Atlanta. He didn't get arrested in the city of Atlanta. He got arrested in bumfuck Georgia. Who gonna come looking for you? And he spent 120 days in there, okay? Now, He's now since been released. He's free. He has put up a video saying that he's free, but from what I understand, part of his probation is he can't ever speak about T.S. Madison again forever. They said T.S. Madison has a permanent restraining order on the DL Whisperer. But that's the thing, and this is what bothers me about them niggas in wigs. Because y'all get on here acting as if y'all really about that, or as if y'all not scared, but then y'all run to the police and then come back to the internet and make it seem like he the one scared. It's a lot of projecting for me. Let's get into the DL Whisperer telling us that he's home, and then we're going to get into what they said came out the court.
I'm free. Hey, everybody. So I will need some time to reacclimate. I got banished. I'm homeless. It's a lot. We're going to talk. I'm free. Hey, everybody. So I will need some time to reacclimate. I got banished. I'm homeless. It's a lot. We're going to talk.
So I'm pretty sure if he's homeless, it's because he was in jail for 6 months. Who's going to pay your bills while you're locked up for 6 whole months? So it sounds about right that he's homeless, especially when he randomly had to just drop out of nowhere and take 6 months away from his home. However, he is free. Welcome home to the DL Whisperer. I'm not a huge fan, but I do like what he was doing over there, okay? Now, I do know some girls are huge fans, and they're just happy to see him home, so shout out to him for being home. But I'm telling y'all now, that T.S. Madison, that nigga bitch, that's one to watch. Let's get into a little bit of what they say happened down at the courthouse, okay? It says, here are some details of what they say happened at the courthouse about DL Whisperer and T.S. Madison. Now, according to this, like I said, they say that the DL Whisperer, T.S. Madison has a permanent restraining order on the DL Whisperer, which kind of means that forever in life, he could never violate. I guess, I'm assuming. Let's get into it.
Today, we went to court for Madison and the DL Whisperer, and every time we go to court, there is a lot of online chatter about things that are going on, and I wanted to give y'all an exclusive breakdown of what actually happened in court today. So today was an arraignment. There was a plea entered, and then there also was a sentence. Today, the DL Whisperer entered a plea of guilty to the charge of aggravated stalking of T.S. Madison. Also in court, they gave a sentence today. So he was sentenced to 8 years probation with time served for 120 days in jail. He also was banished from the Appalachian Judicial Circuit, which means that he can no longer, for as long as he lived, return to Gilmer, Fannin, or Pickens counties. The judge told him, you better not even stop for gas. Aside from being supervised probation, there are other stipulations that he has been required to follow. Madison was granted a permanent protective order. I'm going to read a little bit of that for y'all because that's what's most interesting about this particular case. The permanent restraining order reads as follows.
Wait, before he read the permanent restraining order, I want to know what that is. What is a permanent restraining order? Both parties can present evidence and testimony before the judge decides whether to extend the restraining order for up to 12 months. In severe cases, make it permanent. But what makes this so severe? We're going to get into it.
And take notes, because this is what fucking matters, because you bitches are about to get the above case having come on to be heard by this court for entry of plea of guilty by the defendant and pursuant to plea negotiations and in exchange for the defendant's plea, the defendant has agreed to the entry of a permanent restraining order as follows. The defendant, Naquan Palmer, shall not have any contact whatsoever with Madison Hinton or her family, either directly or indirectly through a third party by means of mail, email, newsprint, telephone, internet application, any digital means of communication or AI applications, and shall not mention the victim's name or social media moniker or other identifiers, including but not limited to hashtags, @symbols, or hyperlinks designed to connect the victim to any social media post, and shall not mention the victim on any social media platform or journalistic platform directly or indirectly. The defendant shall not come about Madison Hinton's place of work or any event where she has been hired to attend, and shall not cause orders to do so as well. Furthermore, the defendant shall not come within 1 mile of the victim's residence. That's not all, because there are expanded communication restrictions. And this is where you homophobic hoes are going to fuck it up. So pay attention, bitch. He is not to have any communication intended to reach, influence, intimidate, harass, monitor, embarrass, or comment upon Madison Hinton, whether or not she actually receives it. He should
pause. And this is where the DL whisperer is going to have to make sure he don't let the audience buck him up. Because remember, she has a permanent restraining order. T.S. Madison does. He got a permanent restraining order. And on top of that, he cannot mention anything related to or talking about T.S. Madison at all. And I'm telling you now, as a content creator, if people fall victim to this chat, somebody gonna buck him up to say something stupid and he gonna violate himself. It sounds to me like they making it so hard for him to now be the DL whisperer. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like all of these stipulations inside of this restraining order is literally attacking his way of being a content creator, doing what he said he came out here to do. Let me let the man finish.
should have no contact through friends, family members, co-workers, employers, agents, publicists, media outlets, content creators, anonymous accounts, or online community. So all of y'all free DL whisper in the comments. That ends now, bitch. Also, the expanded protective order includes social media loopholes, and this is important. Posting about Madison even without using her name, using nicknames, initials, code words, descriptions, photographs, likeness, voice recordings, screenshots, emojis, or references that a reasonable person could identify as T.S. Madison. Encouraging, directing, soliciting, or requesting others to post about her, i.e. Tasha K, Michelle Alien Brown, Angela Stanton King, and the spiritual whistleblower.
Wait, they added them to the... They added Tasha K and all of them to the doggone. Hold up. Because is this even legal? Wait. Can they add other people to his protective order? How can he control what they do? This is a dead ass question because I know y'all like TS. Some of y'all like TS and y'all here for it. But when it comes on you, then it's going to be a problem. What I want to know is, and I don't know how this goes, but can they add, other people? I can't control what these motherfuckers say. I'm telling you, they coming after the way he make money. They coming after him being a content creator. They going to make it so hard for this nigga to say anything.
Current order mentions AI applications, but it could also be expanded to prohibit AI-generated content depicting or referencing her, deepfakes, synthetic voice recreations, AI-generated images, videos, stories, songs, commentary, or likeness. Business and professional interference, contacting her employers, contacting event organizers employing her, contacting her sponsors, clients, customers, agents, or representatives, interfering with her contractual relationships, personally or professionally, bitch. That's the gag. Gag order is the gag, bitch. And all of this could have been avoided had he chose to leave strangers alone. But y'all are gonna fuck it up for him because you homophobic hoes are tired. Toodles. We'll chat later because I got more to tell y'all. Today we went to court for...
So obviously this gay dude is very excited about the verdict. Fine. Let me say this, y'all, bro. Let me say this, man. When y'all find out who T.S. Madison really is and why he is here and what he is here to do, a lot of y'all gonna have egg on y'all face. Come on, man. This is very extensive for him going drive outside the house. This is very far. Somebody in the chat said he got buku points to talk about. That's true. That's true. And honestly, if I was him, I would leave off the TSs. And that's the gag. He didn't even start talking about TSs. He started talking about the gay boys, the gay men who be DL. That's what he was talking about. But I see T.S. Madison has amassed a following of some gay people and some straight black women that just drank the Kool-Aid. And you can't tell them nothing because they just look at T.S. Madison as if this is a real, like, genuine person. Oh boy, wait till y'all find out. Oh, it's gonna be big and it's gonna be epic, and all of y'all are gonna see. Watch. At the end of the day, if I'm the DL whisperer, I ain't got nothing to say about a T or S. Leave them hoes alone. But again, remember what they're doing is playing on the idea that TSs are slain in the street, and they are, but they trying to make it seem like that was a case like this. And I must say, I did hear some of the threats that he made, and that nigga was crazy. DL Whisperer is crazy. However, I just think that they putting 20 on 10. But T.S. Madison is the corporate behind this, and this is the gag. Nobody was talking about T.S. Madison. T.S. Madison jumped in on his own. Ain't nobody go find T.S. Madison. Hold on. I want to show y'all the victim impact statement. Let me show y'all T.S. Madison's victim impact statement so that y'all can see what he was saying. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Look.
That this is the only time that I've been in the system where the court system has really treated me like a human being, you know, outside of the defendant dehumanizing my presence everywhere in social media. And unlike him, I decided to work with the state to understand that he is also a human being and has the opportunity to go forth and live his life. And that's all I would really like the individual to do, is to go forth, live his life, leave me alone. This crime definitely has fundamentally altered the way that I live my life.
Mind you, T.S. Madison was threatening him first. T.S. Madison went on that live with that punk Craig or whoever he is, and they sat up there and read that boy, credit report and all kinds of stuff. It was a back and forth. So when I saw T.S. giving the victim impact statement, acting as if she was just bullied, I was floored. Cause nigga, you was going back and forth with the DL whisper. Y'all was going at each other. But you get up here. This is the first time I'm being treated like a human being. Oh man. Putting 20 on 10. That's why they gave him all that time.
What began as an unsolicited online harassment in June of 2025 escalated over the following months into explicit death threats and documented physical intrusion into the space where I live. On January 23rd, 2026, Laquan Palmer live streamed himself driving from Gilmer County to DeKalb County, a 2-hour drive directly to my home, screaming out of his car window that he intended to beat me until I had an aneurysm and that he wanted to watch me take my last breath.
Now, if he said that, because he did. Now, first of all, let's back this up. That nigga drove 2 hours to go to T.S. house. Oh, yeah, this is big. This is huge. He deserved to go to jail. If that nigga drove 2 hours, listen to me, because he had 2 hours to think about this shit. If that nigga drove 2 hours from his house to T.S. Madison house to get out there and say, I'm going to do this, that, and the third, that's crazy. I don't know if he did it, but if he did, then he deserved it. I ain't going to lie. That's big. You got to be a crazy motherfucker to drive 2 hours to do anything. I don't even want to drive 2 hours to go have fun, let alone to go fight. Girl, what? Come on, man.
That is not commentary. That is a person announcing his intention to kill me on camera in real time to an audience. To my daily life around my own safety.
Oh, girl.
I cannot move through the world the way I did before.
Oh.
My home, which should be a sanctuary, became a location this man broadcast to his followers as a target. The psychological weight of that does not go away when the camera turns off. But at this point, I do feel that the courts have seen me as a human being and are doing all in their power to protect me as a human being. And I thank you for that,
Oh
Your
my
Honor.
God.
I would
Oh,
just like to apologize for the mental anguish that I caused to Ms. Denton, and that was never my intention. And like she said, I just want to live my life as well, and I plan to put all of this behind me and never speak about her again or anything of that nature. And I do appreciate the court for hearing me out and hopefully accepting my plea. Thank you.
so that was the victim impact statement. And I'm pretty sure behind the scenes, that's what kept him in jail that long. Because if outside of what I believe, T.S. Madison probably was paying people and talking to people behind the scenes, or probably know somebody who was paying people and talking to people behind the scenes. He was over there acting real damsel in distress-ish. This is my first time in court being treated like a human. And I want to thank the courts and Your Honor. I want to thank your old white ass too, because this is the first time somebody ever treated me like a human being. And I'm so happy. That's why he kept saying that. 20 on 10. 20 on 10. But the DL Whisperer is free. Now, how I found out was Tasha K. And again, if the doggone restraining order say that they can't have nobody talk about T.S. Madison, even if it's via Tasha K, DL Whisperer, you better get the hell away from baldhead Tasha. Because as soon as she found out, this is an old video, you lucky. I'm about to say, because I said as soon as she found out, she came on and said something. But this is an old video. If I was a DL Whisperer, I would reach out to those people who they say you can't have them say nothing either. I will reach out to Michelle, A.T. Alien. I will reach out to Tasha K and whoever else they name. And I will reach out to those people and say, hey, bro, on the real, I can't tell y'all what to talk about. But if you talk about T.S. Madison, please leave my name out of it. I would send that shit in an email with a read receipt. Oh, yeah. You got to make sure you cover your own ass. DL Whisperer, if you're on him, send them hoes a certified letter. I don't mean to call them hoes. I'm just calling them hoes because they're a group of girls. Send them hoes a certified letter or email with a read receipt saying, hey, y'all, I don't know what y'all got going on with that person, but whatever y'all, and well, he probably can't even do that. That would probably violate. Never mind, retract. Either way, I will find a way to get something or something happening where I know if they speak about T.S. Madison, it ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Because I'm going to be real. I don't like the way Tasha was doing this thing while that boy was in jail. I believe she part of the reason why he got in some of that trouble too. I ain't going to hold you. I didn't too particularly appreciate the way she was going in. As a matter of fact, here go one of the videos right here that probably kept them locked up.
Hit dog, a man in a wig, holla. Now, I'm very aware of what's been going down between T.S. Man and the DL Whisperer. I've been watching very closely. You guys know that I support the DL Whisperer. I've been seeing the back and forth, and now the shade room is involved where Justin Carter is even covering it and making sure that certain information gets out on, restraining orders that are actually put on both. The DL Whisperer has a restraining order on him from TS, and he is actively getting one on T.S. Madison as well. It has been kind of back and forth, and it has gotten so big that it's like, oh my God, there are now weapons involved. There are house drive-bys involved. Do you have the house drive-by, Jasmine? It has just gotten out of hand, and you're forgetting why this is happening because there's just so much beef going on. But Jasmine, show the drive-by.
T.S. Madison, bring that ass outside. Look where I'm at, ho. What's up?
So this is real footage, okay? And I'm sure that this is what TS used to get the restraining order on DL Whisperer, and of course, maybe some threats that have been made, and vice versa with him and her getting on live with guns and stuff, because, the type of information that I'm giving you, yeah, they would probably ride by my house if they could and get away with it. But, I ain't scared of you. The DL Whisperer, in my opinion, and I've told him this, he's emotional. When you get emotional, you do things that you shouldn't do, and then they got you in a legal chokehold. And then guess what? They're only gonna listen to her because guess what? With him, because they got paperwork on you now. But they ain't got paperwork on me. But most of the trans community, the ones that follow this one here, I think it's time that we not focus on the antics of the drive-bys and the ride-bys and the restraining orders, and we get down into business as to why TS, in my opinion, and why Dominique Morgan, TS manager's partner and business partner, another transgendered woman, is coming after the DL Whisperer because he's whispering and they don't like it. And it ain't got nothing to do with DL men. It's got everything to do with the propaganda that they're selling y'all out here as men in wigs. And I think you would be floored once you get this information, okay? And so without further ado, I'm going to introduce my partner, my PI, my investigator, who spent all day organizing every receipt that we're about to unwind on this show today. Mrs. Nyla says, hey, boo, how you doing?
Hey, boo, how are you?
You know that they have gotten a gag order on the DL Whisperer. He's unable to put out the information that he was trying to relay. We have it now. According to
let me say this. That's the part that I was saying why I don't know how that restraining order reads. Because if the restraining order says that he can't say anything about T.S. Madison via himself or Tasha K or Michelle A.T.L.ian Brown, I think that that's why somebody from the court, or I don't know if he could do it, because I wouldn't want him to violate trying to get her to not say nothing, but something needs to be said, man. He got to go. And again, and this is the worst part. I don't even know how that's possible, because how can he control what other people report on? I mean, unless they're able to track it back to him giving them the information, I don't understand how what they're saying would affect him. Like I said, unless they were able or they find a way to track him feeding them information so that they can put it out there. But other than that, Tasha K is Tasha K. Michelle A.T.L.ian Brown is Michelle A.T.L.ian Brown. I'm Voodoo Doll TV. We can't control what the next person do. So that's what made me scared, because I do know Tasha reported on his behalf before.
Search and what we've gotten. The reason that T.S. Madison and Dominique Morgan, her co-founder of the Starter House, is upset with DL Whisperer is because he pulled some illegal transactions that was done possibly between the two of them, and mainly from T.S. Madison's co-founder of the Starter House, Dominique Morgan. Is that correct?
This is what I'm finding.
Okay.
Everything that I have pulled up leads to that.
Start from the beginning, Nyla. Roll it out for us.
What we're looking at, in my opinion, is an organized takedown and a criminal smear campaign on the DL Whisperer. It is being made to look like this is all about protecting trans women's rights and all this kind of stuff, but nothing could be further from the truth. First, we got to start with Miss Dominique. We all know about the Starter House and all this kind of stuff, but we have to start with Dominique, because Dominique is the plug. Every single alleged criminal organization always has a nucleus, the person that is the plug. And based on what I have been researching and even what I've seen of the DL Whisperer, it's Dominique. Dominique has several accolades under her belt as far as sitting on boards of multiple organizations, right? This woman has, this trans-identified male.
Thank you.
Is a person that is literally sitting on the board of about 4 to 5 non-for-profit organizations. Let's just start with her current legal situation, right? So back in 2024, Dominique was indicted in New York for stealing the upwards of $100,000 from a non-profit organization for which she sat on the board for. And what they found out was this funding that she got, he transferred it to his personal account, over $100,000, but the funding was specifically to help trans-identified males when they're locked up. So it was a bail fund.
And let me say this. to the people, the Black Americans in the LGBTQIA plus community who follow TS, because y'all really believe that the TS is on your side. When y'all find out the real, y'all gonna be hurt. When not just them Black women who follow him too. When y'all find out the real, because it's coming. When y'all find out, a lot of y'all feelings gonna be hurt. This is why I tell Black Americans specifically, do not identify with nothing other than yourself. Because when y'all start to identifying with letters and groups and all that shit, you find yourself in a conundrum. I'm telling you. Watch when it all come out. Because listen, everything done in the dark shall come to the light. We are in the age of Aquarius. All lies will be exposed. And that Dominique dude just got out of jail for fraud. And being the president on those non-for-profit organizations, I keep telling y'all, the easiest way to steal is a non-profit. The easiest way to steal is a non-profit, which would make sense why T.S. Dominique is on 5011 boards. Stealing. It's easy to steal from a non-profit.
So if they went to jail, there was funding there to help them get out and get legal counsel and stuff like that. Dominique took all of that money, transferred it to his account. After transferring the money to his account, he was asked to make receipts, or not make receipts. He was asked to provide
proof.
Right. Provide receipts, legal receipts for how he allocated those funds. And he did provide receipts. He provided receipts of names and bond records of people. But when they went back to do the research, there's this thing called Sarbanes-Oxley. If you've been an accountant like I have, you have to match things. Everything has to be reconciled, right? And so when they went to do the reconciliation, what they found out was he was making up names of people that had never been arrested and making up the bond receipts and taking the money and put it in his account. He spent about $20,000 getting a custom closet, money on, his Mercedes and clothes and all of this kind of stuff. So he got indicted in 2024. Initially, he tried to wiggle his way out of it and say that, everything's cool. I didn't do anything. But as of December of this past year, he pled guilty and will be sentenced in April of 2026, according to the court documents. Now, since doing that, remember, this is 2024 when this happened.
It's so odd when you see them outside of the makeup and wig, because it's so crazy. When I see them, I still see that. Even T.S. Madison, I don't see a girl when I see these people. I still see the man. I could literally look at a trans person and look at who they were prior to transition. So for me, in my eyes, I always see a boy. But to see this picture off in the corner of T.S. Dominique over there playing damsel in distress with T.S. Madison, it really sets in a lot of reality for y'all. These are 3 men. That's 3 men we talking about. This ain't 1 man and 2 women. These are 3 men. 2 of them identify as women, yet and still 3 men. Let that sink in.
He has been sitting on the boards of multiple non-for-profit organizations that just so happen to be all centering around trans rights, trans issues, and stuff like that. And it sounds good, right? When we think about Dominique, we see this person online with their wigs and all of this kind of stuff and their broad shoulders, talking and imitating, women and stuff like that. But what we don't know is what happens behind the scenes. Case in point, one of the organizations Dominique started was an organization that was also non-for-profit. Specifically, the mission is to shut down the prison system. That is the mission of the 501(c)(3). So think about how ridiculous that sounds as someone who is Dominique, who has multiple mugshots, been in and out of jail, but wants to use a 501(c) to shut down the criminal justice system.
Ew.
So she gets all this funding and all of this stuff and sits on.
This what he looked like outside the wig? Oh my God. This Dominique outside the wig. Allegedly. Oh my God. And remember, I get it. People identifying how they want to identify, but this is what's under the wig.
On these boards, streets named after her, all of this money, and goes and joins other boards, or it appears helps them also start non-for-profit organizations. There are like 6 that she's currently sitting on the board for right now. Apple's Transgender Person of the Year in 2023. All of these accolades, all of these honors, while actively robbing the government of funding.
Listen, that was a lot. That was a lot. Allegedly, they're saying that that's what the problem was. When the DL Whisperer got on T.S. Dominique and started exposing all of the stuff that was going on, allegedly T.S. Madison jumped in, and now T.S. Madison is a victim. Now, I will say, I listened to what the restraining order said. It didn't say he can't say nothing about T.S. Dominique. It said he can't say nothing about T.S. Madison. But if I'm him, I'm not saying nothing about none of them niggas because I don't want to go back to jail. But that's the thing that I believe that T.S. Madison has over him. He has the ability, T.S. Madison, he has the ability to talk to people or the money or the connections to speak to the right people to where now he's the victim when at the end of the day, this was a mutual back and forth between the two. Up until DL Whisperer pulled up to the crib, this was a mutual back and forth. 2 men, 3 if you count Dominique. 3 men having issues with each other. But because the new laws state that the trans women, not all, some of the trans women who are using it to their advantage, because now they have that law on their side, they're able to go over there and say, oh, he's abusing me, or I'm afraid for my life. And this is the worst part. There are TSs who really need that type of help and can't get it. They got real trans women going through domestic disputes, going through bullying, harassment, going through unaliving, all kind of violence that need help from the police. And the police wouldn't refuse to help them. But a T.S. Madison, yay. When y'all find out the real, all lies will be exposed. T.S. Madison put the 20 on 10, but at the end of the day, DL Whisperer is home and he is free, okay? Now, he did say he needed time to acclimate, give him his time, and we'll wait to see what happens when all of that comes back, okay? At the end of the day, I think it was excessive, and I believe that T.S. Madison really played into that damsel in distress role. But at the end of the day, that's a man up under there. Ain't no damsel, ain't no distress. Not when y'all got dicks this big. That's a lie. That's a lie. T.S. Madison schlong is this big. That ain't no woman. Let's move on. Like the video, y'all. Like the video. We moving into Joseline Hernandez and Lemon Pepper. We moving into Joseline Hernandez and Lemon Pepper. The DL Whisperer, welcome home, Fat. Just chill out. Just chill out. I don't know what he's going to do, but he could still do the DL Whisperer thing and talk about the gays. That's what I would do. If I was him and I still wanted to make my content, I ain't going to lie. Who said almost my size? Chaos God, get off of here. Send me a picture. I'm just like... I'm just playing. Let me stop, y'all. Let me stop, because then I go as far. Anyways, I've been abstinent for a long time. It's been a long time now. Now, let's move on. Where was I going with this? Girl, I don't even know what I was saying. He done threw me off, Chaos God. You done threw me off, okay? Now you done messed up the whole show. At the end of the day, yeah, let's move on. It's time to move on. Joseline and Lemon Pepper. We moving on. We moving on because I done forgot the whole plot at this point. I don't know what the hell going on. I don't even know what's happening at this. I don't know where I'm at. Am I at home? Am I still in New Orleans? I don't know what's going on. Lord have mercy. Don't do that. Don't put that type of stuff in the car. Y'all know I read the comments. Don't do that now. Y'all distracting me. Now let's get into Joseline Hernandez and Lemon Pepper. Another duo that's coming to resolve with their beef. Mm-hmm. Don't write some stuff like that in the chat. Don't do that. Send me a picture so you know it's real. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. All right. Let's move on. All right. Let's move on. Lemon Pepper and Joseline. All right. So what's going on with Lemon Pepper and Joseline? Joseline Hernandez took to the internet to blast Lemon Pepper, but she ain't the first and she ain't gonna be the last. It seems like every time the girls get into it with Lemon Pepper, they get a mad day, and then they come to the internet and tell us that Lemon Pepper is an abuser, and they say a sex trafficker, and all kinds of things, all the horrible, heinous things that he could be. They say that's what he is, okay? I don't know how true it is. Don't give me the line. I'm just telling y'all what they said, okay? Now, why is this important? Because I'm still thinking about Chaos God. I'm sorry. This is important because I believe that everything that they're saying about Lemon Pepper is true. I believe that he do sex traffic. Yes. I believe that every time they go to these different countries, y'all think they just filming baddies. I believe they out there selling coochie. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think they selling coochie and boochie. Yeah. I think they going city to city, state to state, continent and country to country, selling coochie and boochie. And I think they're making a lot of money off the coochie and the boochie. And let me tell you something. I don't have to be there to feel like this is real because I know hoes when I see them. Female hoes, male hoes, hoes, ain't nothing but hoes. I know hoes when I see them, and 85% of them hoes over there on Zeus is hoes, okay? And they all looking for a good time and $100 in a wet ass. It don't take much. You know what I'm saying? So I believe when they came out and said that Lemon Pepper was sex trafficking, I believe it. You ain't got, and they all come back later and say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it. Me and Lemon Pepper got into it. Oh, bull crap. You said it because you meant it. I keep telling y'all, you want to know the truth from somebody. There are two occasions, Mad Day and a joke. If you ever want the unadulterated, unfiltered truth from a person, wait until Mad Day or find them in a joke. That's when they're going to tell you how they truly feel. So when all of these girls get into it with Lemon Pepper, they come back and tell us these things. And then whenever they need money again, he make them get on live and say that they lied. Now, I see what Lemon Pepper is doing here. I see you, Zeus Diddy. I see you, Zeus Diddy. Diddy Jr., I see what you're doing. See, what Lemon Pepper is trying to do is play the long game, but also get in front of the allegations. So he knows that at some point there will be a surviving Zeus. He also knows that at some point the police are going to get involved. It's inevitable. But what he's doing is damage control. What Lemon Pepper is doing is he's using the money, holding it over everybody's head so they do what he say. Whenever they get upset and want to leave and drag for him, then they come on the internet and say he's doing all of these things. But then after they finish that, they realize they need money again. So they go back to Lemon Pepper and say, I'm so sorry for saying those things. Can you please give me a job? And then Lemon Pepper tells them, you got to come back to the internet and tell them you was lying. And so because the people be so desperate for money, they don't mind coming back on the internet saying, oh, girl, I was just playing. That's just so they can get the job and or the money. Okay, and that's what's been happening here with the Lemon Pepper and the Zeus Network bit. Now, I want to show y'all what happened with him and what's that girl named Joseline Hernandez. So we know Joseline Hernandez had the show on Zeus Network called Joseline's Cabaret. Now, according to Joseline, when she first got this job, she said, hold on, Joseline Hernandez. Let me roll them up. She said that she owns her show. According to Joseline, she said she owns her show and that she's not a worker and that basically the cabaret is hers. Remember her and Natalie was getting into it about who's who on the Zeus Network? That all of that was around the same time, okay? Well, we fast forward. It turns out that apparently Joseline must don't own much, because what happened was she had the cabaret and Joseline decided that she wanted to start her own network. Nothing is wrong with it. Anybody should work a job and want to move up. Joseline wanted to start her own network, but the problem is she was under contract with Zeus Network. And under said contract, it said that Joseline couldn't work with other competing companies, nor could she create her own while she's under contract with Zeus Network. So when Joseline got the news of that, Joseline got upset, but she still went forward with opening her new network. She was doing all kind of promo. She was on there saying she's going to be working with the dude from Now That's TV, all kinds of stuff. Joseline was cutting up because in her mind, I done finally made it off the Zeus Network plantation. I'm good. But she didn't take into effect that she signed a contract that said that she belonged to the Zeus Network. So what Lemon Pepper did was play chess. He allowed her to open up the new network. He allowed her to promote it. He allowed her to say all of the things that she was going to do. And then right before it was time for her to launch that bitch, he cut her off on the cabaret. He cut her checks. The way it works when they sign on to these networks is they don't get paid every 2 weeks like me and you. They typically sign on to these networks for this money, and they don't get it all typically until the contract is complete. They get some of them might even get half or a little bit more than half, but you never get all of the money until the contract is complete. And because Joseline's contract was still going, he was able to cut off the rest of her money, which left Joseline crying and screaming, pregnant, mind you, swearing to God that Lemon Pepper is the worst thing since sliced bread and he want her baby to die. Her words, not mine, okay? We're going to get into a little bit of Joseline going in on Lemon Pepper when all of that popped off.
Janisha, Scotty, how many times have you beat up Janisha?
Hold on.
How many times have you beat up Scotty? How many times have you beat up those baddies? At my old age, you're going to get somebody to kill me and my baby? Bitch, that's what you want to do to me? After all the years that I gave you, after all the secrets that I kept because you make a threat every fucking time, after all the secrets I kept from you and that fucking network for years, I kept all your dirty secrets from Ashley and all the producers, making girls fight each other, making people hit people with bottles and make people bleed and cut each other. After all the secrets I kept because of your fucking threats, one morning you wake up and you're going to cut my checks that I'm supposed to be getting in perpetuity because you claim I'm a direct competitor to you? Are you fucking kidding me, Lemmy? Little old me? Little old me, bitch? I've been on TV my whole life making all these networks wealthy. I made VH1, Viacom, BT, everybody wealthy, Zeus Network wealthy. As soon as I want to make myself wealthy and do something for my kids, now I'm deformation of your character ain't nothing. Your character is nobody believes your character. You pay people to get beat up, so you're going to get people to shoot me up in Miami. I'm on my way to the police station to make a report on you, because if I come up dead, you're going to jail. You're going to put out a hit out on the woman that started your company, the woman that make your company be legitimate. 7 years, I worked hard to get you to be where you at. And I'm pregnant. Look at my belly. Look at my belly. They found a dead body in Zeus Network office. We ain't hear nothing about that. What happened to that boy that died outside of your network? Ooh. What happened to that boy? What happened to that body that they found outside of your network? What happened to him? Why we don't hear about that? All your producers, they have no character. And for Janisha, after all the times you beat her up, is still working up under you and haven't fucking contacted the FBI to tell them what you done to her. She's a fucking lunatic. And everybody else around is a fucking lunatic. And that's why I started Why You Here TV. You harass Janisha.
So that was one of the things that she said. Oh, she was going in. Hold on, there's more. There's more. She was going in.
Supposed to thrive out here. I never. You want to go in your little story talking about the cabaret girls? Let the cabaret girls get their money. Who cares? Who cares? If I walked away from the cabaret because I want to have a baby, why the cabaret girls can go on the other show? They supposed to get their money. They supposed to survive. They supposed to thrive out here. I never said one word about that. You're a cap. You're a liar, and you running a sting over there. You right now. You're a Diddy Jr. and you get all these girls to beat up each other for extra amount of money that's not even in the contract. Your producers are going around telling each girl, oh, hit her, hit that one, go attack that one. We got an extra 10,000. We got an extra 20,000. Lemmy, you're evil. Everybody knows it. You're an evil man. You're an evil person. Everybody over there condoning your network is going to go down with you. You're full of shit. And Surviving Zeus Network, I already got 3 calls today with the shit that just happened at Baddies. You're getting girls attacked. You're getting girls blooded up. And Lemmy, why don't you talk about how many girls you from the cabaret? Let's talk about how many girls you paid to said they in your face every night while you was pregnant with Scotty. All of them. Line them up. They suing you left and right. And you stay in arbitration with them because you're sticking your where it don't belong. Like, I can't wait till this class action lawsuit takes you down because you are evil and you thought that by holding my payments that you owe me in perpetuity was going to stop me and close my network. Are you dumb? I'm about to go film a whole show right now. Y'all keep subscribing to Way TV because I see that subscribers are coming in like crazy. So you let me sue, and that's my camera. Don't you forget I own that. Oh, and one more thing. If any of y'all people subscribe to Zeus Network through my personal link, I'm asking y'all right now to go unsubscribe from the network right now. Unsubscribe from that evil. If you subscribe for Joseline's Cabaret through my link that was on my bio, I am asking you to go and unsubscribe, okay? Go and unsubscribe. I have 5 ladies on board right now for my class act lawsuit that we have coming against Zeus Network and Lemuel Plummer and all the producers, Jason Tobler, LJ, the brother. Make sure that y'all keep sending me y'all messages, y'all phone number. I have the big lawyers on top of these. So we're going to get them. They're going to pay everybody what they owe everybody. If they ever mistreated you, if they ever treated you bad, if they ever made a threat to you, if they ever did anything to go against ethical things, make sure that you keep hitting us up. Thank you to all the powerful woman that's not afraid. Thank you to all the powerful men that's coming and gonna get behind this class laugh so he deserve it. And we tired of playing with him and try to control people. You're not a god, my nigga. There's one God and it ain't you.
So that was some of what else she had to say. And I'm reading the caption that she wrote under the video. And she says, at Lemuel Plummer trafficking young ladies across country lines like Puffy, and the feds are coming for you. Then she added the FBI and said, let's take him down. He is human trafficking all the ladies from the network. And then she put the Zeus network he is unethical and he is a mobster. This is what Joseline was saying. Oh, she was cutting up. Here she go again. She was cutting up, baby.
Had a whole blowout all on social media against the Zeus network, Lemmy. What's the status now? Can you and Lemmy and Zeus network make peace?
This for the hell of money. Let me stop. I will say this. I wish people understood that it's 8 billion people in the world. It's money for everybody. Mm-hmm. It's subscribers for everybody. We don't have to tear each other down for one of us to have more subscribers than others. It's not that deep. Make good shows. Be a good person. Give people jobs without abusing them or mistreating them, and do right by people, and everything will be all right. And I just wish more people would start doing that, outside of like hating on each other about lame shit. Just know this: whatever you do in the dark is always going to come to light.
That's real true.
So you can paint yourself out to be this God and this good person and whatever you want to make yourself out to be, but whatever the bad shit that people do in the dark, it's always going to come to light.
That's true. And, you know, a lot of people want to know, will your remaining shows still be on the Zeus network, or will they be on your new network?
Well, I will say this. I own the trademark to Joseline's Cabaret.
Okay.
That's my trademark. And after a certain amount of time, I could do what I want with it.
Okay.
Because it's my name, it's my trademark, it's my creation. So after a certain amount of time, I could do what I want with it. I could go anywhere with it. I can do anything with it.
Can you see you and Lemmy coming to terms and like squashing whatever's going on and, you know, rekindling a relationship?
It's lovable, and as down as I've been for other unfortunately, they don't want to do that for me. I'm not a threat. I can't really say too much because it's bigger things happening behind closed door that I can't really talk about.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of going down, though. A lot of going down. Why are you here? WaitTV.us.
You had a whole blowout all on social.
So that's what she had to say upwards of a week ago. That's what she had to say. So Joseline had been doing all kind of press, talking about him trafficking and all kinds of things. She wanted Lemon Pepper down. But this is what Lemon Pepper have over the rest of these people. He holds the purse strings. He understands that he's dealing with people who absolutely need him. That's what keeps these girls on the leash. It's no different from a pimp keeping his prostitutes on the leash by using protection, by dangling protection over their head. Bitch, you need me. If it wasn't for me, I would boom, 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 boom. That's what keeps the pimps and the prostitutes together. He's doing the same thing with the purse. Yes, just like Diddy. He's doing the exact same thing with the purse. He's dealing with people who need him for money, and he's doing whatever he wants to these people because they need him. And then when Mad Day come, they come out and tell us what's really going on behind the scenes, and then he doubles back and make them say that they was lying. He did this the same thing. Every single girl that has something to say about Zeus Diddy, he comes back and make them retract. But this is the problem. Before we get to Zeus Diddy, my problem be with the girls. Y'all getting y'all feelings and y'all come on here and tell us the truth. But what y'all don't take into account is where's you going to make your money? It don't make sense to come tell us the truth if y'all going to double back and then retract it because you trying to get back on the show because you need the money. Because when you think about every single person who's apologized to Lemon Pepper, they all came back on the show. Nobody said, you know what? I don't want to get back on the show, but I was lying. That man didn't do all of that. I just wanted to clear it up. Nobody. Every single person that he gets to come on this thing and say that they were lying, they say it right before they need a job. This is why they say not money. The love of money is the root to all evil. If you love money and you chasing that bag so bad, you'll do anything for it, including getting abused and then coming back and get abused some more because you need the money. So now fast forward, I seen this video. It's a 20-minute video. We're not going to get into all 20 minutes of this. But he sat down with a very pregnant Joseline and basically made her recant and retract everything she said. And if you pay attention to her body language and you pay attention to her face, you can tell that she don't really want to do this. She's being forced to. Rather, it's her forcing herself because she need that money. Remember, she's got a baby on the way. That nigga she married to ain't got no job. She's the breadwinner. She's the breadwinner. If she don't make money, they go homeless. So if you ask me, she's either scared because they threaten her or she has to eat it because she needs to make money. And every single girl that came before her did the exact same thing. And let me say this to Zeus Diddy. He really think he's smart. He thinks because he gets these girls to come on camera and say that they were lying, that none of this is going to hold up in court. But what he doesn't understand is a little word called coercion. It don't matter how many videos you put up, Zeus Diddy. Any of them girls could say that they were coerced to come on and retract their statements. Any of them girls could say that they only came on and said that because they needed their jobs. All of this can be avoided. So I know what he thinks he's doing. He's really not that smart. But again, let him roll it out. So we're going to get into a little bit of this. It's 20 minutes. We're not going to listen to all 20 minutes. I'm going to let him talk. Pay attention to what he's saying and also pay attention to Joseline's body language. And then we're going to get into Joseline's response. Let's get into it, y'all. Like the video.
Forced conversation. We didn't coerce each other to have this discussion. Nobody paid each other. She didn't pay me. I didn't pay her for this. This is for us to really just express ourselves and our feelings and really.
And he thinks by saying that at the beginning of the video that automatically makes him clear and free, and it doesn't. Just because he's on camera saying nobody paid me, nobody paid you, look at her body language. She looks like she's just there to agree to get the video over with. Remember, she's got a baby on the way and another one to feed, a mortgage. She got 2 children at home, the husband and the daughter. She's got a mortgage. She's got car payments. She got shit going on. He really think he getting off by doing this. He thinks he's smarter than Diddy Sr. because he get these hoes to come on camera and say that they lied. He really thinks so.
Tell the truth about what happened, so and why we are here. So that's what I want to say initially. But yeah, it's crazy. We ran into each other the other day.
I don't know if they're gonna believe it. I'm still kind of like not believing it. How we ran into each other at the mall or outside of the restaurant. Mm-hmm. When we after we talked to the lawyers. Mm-hmm. That was crazy.
So just so they know, you had your lawyers and we had our lawyers.
Right.
Talking.
Right.
Trying to find some solution.
Right. For the last few weeks. And literally that day after that night, which was just like a few days ago, I was like, I told Bonnie and Melissa, I was like, let's go get something to eat. Let's get out of the house. Little did I know I was going to run into you. That's the craziest shit. I'm still kind of shocked, to be for real. I'm still like, I still can't believe it.
Yeah.
Because it's been a lot going on. Like a lot. Mm. So, I don't know. I don't know if it was God. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah.
As far as like, us running into each other the way that we did. You didn't want to talk to me. You was like, I talked to Ballistic. I went and talked to your ass.
Because you came in hot. You was recording me.
No, I know.
You was like, hey, but this guy right here, she was going off. And I just said, I can't do that right now. And I agree. She was very emotional. And I will say it was extremely random. I was in the car eating McDonald's. And I never eat McDonald's. And I was just in the valet area at the mall, and my security kind of ended up like they were like in front of the car, and then they got in front of you, and then it was like
we talked for a long time.
Yeah, and then it was like Joseline and Ballistic, and I was like, all right, I didn't expect that, and then we just you kind of were expressing yourself, and then I said, hey, I'm down to talk to Ballistic, and then before because you were pretty frustrated and I didn't want to get frustrated, so Ballistic and I talked for a good minute, and then I think once we had a pretty solid understanding of everything, you came in, and then we started to have a real heart-to-heart. I know you were expressing yourself. You were very emotional, and you were very genuine, and I was listening to your heart and what you were saying, and I felt like, hey, this is worth us really sitting down and talking more about it, and maybe independent of lawyers and teams and all that, maybe we just talk and have dinner. And I think once we talked, and I got LJ and Jason on the phone, we just started to kind of go through everything, and then we had dinner the next day, and then we talked about it, and we said, hey, maybe it's important to publicly just talk about some of the things that were said. And I think for me that was really important because my character, my integrity is everything for me, just like I know it is for you. And no matter how mad people get and frustrated, I just think that it's important to always be truthful about certain things. And so for me, when I heard some of the things that you said on social media, because I went live a couple times, it did break my heart, and it was very emotional. And you have a powerful voice in our culture, in our community. And so when whether you say things, whether you mean it or not, or whether you hear things and you're echoing those sentiments, it still means something. So I just was very, very much hurt and very much disheartened by specifically some things that you said. And so I did write them down, just a few, because he did say a lot. But I'm not gonna get into everything. But for me, just saying the whole Diddy Jr. comparison, just implying any type of criminal or abusive conduct was like that was very hurtful, because that's not me. That's not who I am. And no offense, I know he has children and family, and I'm not a part of that whole situation. But I'm me. I'm Lemmy. And so when somebody compares me to somebody in that way, I do take offense to it. It was also just the, trafficking women. That's not me. That's not who I am. That's not what I do. I've never done that. I've never been arrested. I've never been to jail. I've never been to prison. I've never been accused of any crime in my life. I'm not going to say my age, but for all the years that I've lived, I've never had to experience that. And then, being violent towards Janisha and Scotty, and when you said that kind of hurt. And, it was a lot of things. There's no dead bodies at Zeus. I actually thought that was funny. The dead bodies comment was actually pretty hilarious, because we've never been attached to a dead body in our life at Zeus or been a part of anything like that. And then my dad being a part of it is Israeli.
Did y'all notice he didn't say that's not true? I never beat Scotty or Janisha. He just said, I thought that was crazy you said that. Then him going around the dead body comment, look at Joseline. Look at Joseline. She really don't want to retract none of this shit, but she has to. Now, according to them, he ran into her at a restaurant and it caused them to sit down. But behind the scenes, their lawyers were already working stuff out. It's given she had to give in because she need that money. She don't want to get on here and say none of this. Look at her. He's literally saying, when you said about the dead body, I thought that was funny because I ain't really got no dead body. And she looking at that nigga like, nigga, please. You know about the dead body. Come on, man.
mob group. That's just the furthest thing from the truth. So I just, it's just little things like that. It just really, and obviously there was other things that just were completely false and untrue. And I know we talked about it outside of doing this video. And so, I just, I know we both thought it'd be important to address that. And for them to hear from you, from them to hear from me, because it's important for us to, forgiveness is important. But you've been a content partner at Zeus for many years, and you have brought tremendous value to the network, and you have meant a lot to me personally, and professionally. And so when I heard that, it just, like I said, it just kind of broke my heart. And so I did cry about it. I was hurt by it, and I'm sure you were hurt in your own way because, and I want to say this because there's no universe. And just so everybody knows, she is 1,000% pregnant. Okay, can they see that you're pregnant, Joseline? So they know. I don't know if you want to stand up so they can see. So all the rumors of her being pregnant is just yes. There you go. And you look good. You look good too.
Thank you. You might not can see it too much because I'm like.
Yes.
I feel like I'm pretty big though without.
You look great. You look great. So
people love to talk.
So we can end the rumors of her not being pregnant.
I didn't know that was a rumor.
There was a rumor when all this was happening. People, she's not pregnant. I heard quite a few people saying, but I wanted to say I say that to say there's no universe where I would ever intentionally or even unintentionally try to harm you or your unborn child. And I know you had mentioned that, you felt like because of certain business decisions that I was making, that was intended to hurt you or cause your unborn child to be not born or to be affected. And I want to say that's not the case. And I do want to say I do apologize for how certain decisions that I made you feel. That's never my intention to make you feel any kind of way or to cause harm to you. So, I do apologize for how you feel about what you felt I did. I did, you start your own network and you had some projects and I felt a certain way about all of that because of how it went down. And, I'm always going to support you. I'm always going to support, everything that you envision and what you desire.
This is a 20-minute video, and I don't want to read the whole 20 minutes. So I want to skip to Joseline's response. But before we do that, we can see he's setting it up for Joseline to retract everything that she said. He does this with all of the girls. Every single girl have the same story. He's abusive. He's sleeping with all the girls. He's trafficking. Every single one have the same story, and every single one have the same sit-down rebuttal. Every single one. He never changes his formula, okay? And he really thinks that this is saving him from future instances, and it's not. It's not. Because just because you say I didn't coerce you, don't mean she can't come back and say I was pregnant. He told me to get on camera, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. You see what I'm saying? So I want to fast forward to what Joseline said in response. Let's get over here to Joseline's response as far as they said she took full accountability for what happened. Let's get into it.
We've been through a lot. We've been through so many things that people don't know about. We've been through a lot of things throughout the past 7 years, and I've never went online to say anything about anything that we went through. So I'm very disappointed in myself, and I regret that from the bottom of my heart because I was super shocked about how everything went down. So many things I said was wrong. Everything I said was wrong. I should have never went about it like that. I should have never went online. I should have never did any of that stuff. Because I do love you very much, and I feel like we made history, and I feel like we put something so special together for many years. The regret that I have is not. I can't even start to talk about it. It was wrong. It was wrong, and I feel bad about it. I feel horrible about it, and I am sorry. Like I told you already. I apologized the other day, twice already when I seen you back to back.
Yeah.
I respect you. I respect your family, and I feel horrible about some of the things that I said, and I still do. I want to apologize to you and tell you how truly sorry I am. And this will never happen again, no matter what. I feel like it didn't mean to go down like that, because I've been with you for 7 years. Like I started when you first came out, I was one of the first persons there. So I was like, damn, Lemmy, we can't go out like this. So, you know, I also want to apologize for not taking the initiative to maybe like blow your phone up. I just feel horrible. I feel horrible, and I'm just like, damn, like when I see you, maybe that's why my heart was like, you need to go talk to him.
First of all, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, and I 1000% accept your apology. I forgive you, and I love you, and I appreciate everything that you said prior to this moment, and even in this moment. So I thank you for that, and again, I'm apologetic as well for how I made you feel, and again, that's not in my heart to try to make you feel like I'm doing something in any type of way to cause harm, meaning with the business of things. And you know, it's a beautiful moment, and it shows growth. It shows that you know we as humans could hold ourselves accountable, and I think it just shows how strong our bond and relationship is from a personal and business perspective. And so I appreciate it. I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you and your new baby on the way. Excuse me. I got a song, by the way, called Baby on the Way. So,
We've been through a lot of.
One thing I will say, she never said it wasn't true. She apologized, but she never said that I lied. So kudos to Joseline, because none of this is going to hold up in court whenever Zeus Diddy lands there, okay? Kudos to Joseline. She did apologize. She did say it was wrong. She did say she shouldn't have took it to social media. She did say she shouldn't have went on the internet and she should have blew his phone up. But I never heard her say, not here, I never heard her say it's not true. And I never heard her say I lied. So with that being said, I will give Joseline the kudos, but we still looking at the same thing. He did this day. I want to say he did it with Stunner Girl. All the girls from Zeus Network have to sit down and say that they lied. They all have to sit down and retract these statements. Somebody put it in the comments and said, this must be part of the agreement. Bingo. Remember, they said at the beginning of this that her lawyers was already in contact with his lawyers to see how they can resolve it. She's trying to get the rest of her money from her contract. So it seems like once the lawyers were talking, I don't know, Zeus Diddy might have got the drop on where that hoe was and popped up on her. That's what it's given to me. I don't believe he just happened to be at the mall and just happened to run into Joseline. It's given, he found where she was, he got the drop on her and sat outside the car waiting on her to come outside so he can handle his business. Okay? That's what it's given. That's why she's sitting up there saying, I was so shocked. I didn't even think you was really gonna come. Because even she said, even she looking at that nigga like, how the hell you knew where I was? You see what I'm saying? Even she looking at that nigga like, you popped up at the restaurant, scared the shit out of me. But it looks like he popped up on her. They had a conversation, and part of that conversation was an agreement. And that agreement was for Joseline to receive her checks, to continue to get the money that was owed to her for the cabaret. And it sounds like part of that agreement is, I'll give you the rest of your money, but you got to come on the internet and say, I'm sorry, or retract. I don't know what the agreement was, but it's given. This right here is part of the agreement. And I can guarantee you she's going to start getting paid again. Oh, and by the way, if she thinks that they're going to just let her ride off into the sunset, not going to happen. You already said what you said, and they're going to make you pay for it, girl. That just is what it is. And one thing she said that kind of stuck out, she said she owns the trademark and she owns the company. She just got to wait a little time and then she'll be able to do what she wants to do with Joseline's Cabaret. I keep telling y'all on this here internet, y'all be signing these deals with these companies and y'all don't be knowing that y'all handing over portions of your company. I don't know how many, I don't say it over here that much. So you know what? Let me retract that. I don't tell y'all that often. On my other channel, I tell them all the time. Y'all be signing these major deals with these major companies and them people be having control or ownership over your whole country, part of your company or some of the company. You see what I'm saying? And this is a textbook example when she said, I have the trademark, it's mine, the business is mine, but I gotta wait a little while before I can do whatever I want to do with it. That means Zeus Network got either control or ownership over the cabaret. Okay? But he did get her to sit down and apologize. She did apologize. Like I said, she didn't say it was a lie, but she did apologize. And now she's going to continue to get paid. And Lemon Pepper will live to rape another bitch. Allegedly. Allegedly. He'll live to fight another hoe. Allegedly. Allegedly. I believe everything they say about Zeus Diddy. Zeus Diddy really think he being smart, but he's not. At the end of the day, he's still going to be indicted for the things that the people say he did, okay? And that's the end of the show. I don't have much else going on, y'all. That's 2.5 hours. Oh, yeah, let me get up off of here, girl. I wasn't supposed to be on here this long. This feel like a morning Joe's. What the hell? I wasn't supposed to be over here for no 2.5 hours, okay? All right, let me read a couple of these super chats. Thank you so much. What you cooking for the super chat says they ran out of clout ideas. Now they had to add Pinkface to the payroll. Shake my head. New age streamers are trash. Of course, that's exactly what they did. Thank you. What you cooking? And also thank you again for this super chat saying, hey, Boo, love you, Boo. Thank you so much for your support. Simply Monique 41. Thank you so much for being a member for 5 months. Says T.S. Madison is about to really be empowered now. Oh God. Oh, T.S. Madison, this Sissy Madison is about to go ham. I'm pretty sure he went out and got him a tomahawk steak. I'm pretty sure that nigga went out and bought him a tomahawk, a tractor trailer, and a trucker cap to celebrate the win. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, man. At any rate, to hell with him, okay? What you cooking? Thank you so much for the super chat. Says that's why Vanity/Bobby is always nearby. Yes. Remember I told y'all I believe they selling coochie and boochie. Coochie is for the girls. Boochie is for Bobby and the boys. You get it? Thank you. What you cooking for the clarification for the people in the bike. Be the one. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. 1980 baby. Thank you so much. I like that name. Thank you so much for becoming a new member. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And T-Day coming in, making it rain. Hold on. Let me play the music now for T-Day. Thank you so much, T-Day, for doing what you always do. Thank you, T-Day, so much for the super chat. She says, Voo, what happened? T-Day didn't get any notifications. Love you. I love you too. Oh, you changed your picture. You look cute. Hello, beautiful. I see the photo. Okay, style on them. Let them know. Y'all don't play with my T-Day, okay? Yay. Shout out to my T-Day, and you're absolutely right. They didn't get the notifications. Y'all make sure the notification bells are on, so you'll know when I go live. Thank you so much, T.D., for the super chat. And also, thank you for being a member for 11 months. She says, love you, Acorn. So she says she love y'all, okay? With that being said, I'm about to hop up off of here. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'll catch y'all on another one. If Love and Hip Hop comes on tomorrow, we'll put that out. If not, we'll probably put some other content out. But with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night and be safe. Y'all get up for work in the morning, put them children to bed, whatever y'all got to do. And I'll catch y'all later on the next one. Peace.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. We live, baby. Come on. That's right. Okay. Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat. You know what I want? Blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wah 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy, for your boy, for your boy. Also for your boy, fix it for your boy. Drop it for your lift it up, yeah. Come on, lift it up, Bend it, bust it open for your B-O-Y. Bend it, 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 for you, rockin' for you, lift it up, baby. Mix it when you bust it up.
Come on, Blaze, so you know. Drop me a nasty beat.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.